today I'm going to cook you a starter, which is a sweet potato and callaloo galette served with a fresh herb tomato sauce. Very, very delicate in taste. To follow, main course will be chicken oriental, which is pan-fried, served with a steamed basmati rice. And dessert, to cap it all off, is crepes U10, and I'll tell you more. Now, firstly, you may wonder, what is this machinery? My mandolin, okay? Which is basically a slicer, which is varied in its cutting abilities. Firstly, the sweet potato, which you can see I've already peeled for you, and I will slice this, and I would say thinly. Okay, usually, as you can see here, we'll class this basically as slithers. This dish comprises of slices of sweet potato, callaloo, which is basically Caribbean spinach. So as you can see here, this has already been pre-cooked, okay? I've drained it and refreshed it, and it's now ready to be prepared. Now, onions are added. As you can see, it's basically finely chopped. Spring onions are also added. Then, a nice mixture of peppers, again, pre-sliced. All I've got in there is olive oil and the mixture of vegetables. Allow that to sweat. Cracked black pepper is added, and my favorite, sea salt. Now, whilst that is actually slowly sauteing itself, basically it's just being fried, okay? And I will then incorporate some parsley, and some garlic puree. Very simple dish, as I say, but very scrumptious in flavor. Now, if I was to take this over, you can see a nice, beautiful melange of colors and ingredients. And it's as simple as this. Now, if you'd like this to be slightly spicy like the Caribbeans are used to, then the simple ingredient of sliced Scotch bonnet will add another dimension. Now, I can say to you, that dish is looking very fine at this present moment, so I will grab some melted butter and just lightly degrease the gastronome for those in the business, and we continue by then just layering thin slices of this sweet potato to cover the bottom of this container, and basically laying the foundation for this dish. You do not have to worry about how it looks at this present moment, because no one's actually going to see it, okay? And we just continue doing this. Now, this dish was actually taught to me by a chef known as Francis Ajipong from Ghana, who actually was the head chef at Smith's restaurant. I think now he's down at Christopher's, yeah? And he taught me this, and I thought, what a wonderful dish. Now, this dish used leeks. I've incorporated a nice mixture of West Indian vegetables just to give it another dimension. Fusion style, I would say. Okay, and we just continue with another layer. And I would say 3 layers is more than sufficient. And there we go, just putting it, piling it through. Just continue. And you can see what I've also been doing is just a sprinkling of this clarified butter over these potatoes, which will actually help the starch to hold the dish together. Now, we will take our sweated or sauteed callaloo and just place it on top of these slices of potato. And yes, even the aroma that's coming out at this present moment is to die for. And we continue with slices of sweet potato, just like this, to cover our wonderful sauteed callaloo, mixed peppers and tomatoes. And as you can see, just grab the mandolin and continue with the slicing. And I will be saying to you, please be careful when you do use such a machinery. As you can see, the blade is sharp. Simple as that. Okay, and we continue. As I say, you don't need to worry of the looks of these slices at the moment. The main thing is to make the top, the prime, to look good for presentation. Now, I will take off this grease-proof foil and you will now see this wonderful scrumptious dish. And I will say to you, this has taken 45 minutes approximately, and here we will now cut this out, and here we go. We'll take this out, as you can see, place it on the plate, and hopefully you can see now the callaloo, which is actually, you can see this as it is. Now just a quick little bit of garnishing for presentation. It's simple. Just a bit of mixed leaves to create a little panache using the French terminology. And here we go. Just a little panache. And here we'll have a nice sprig of parsley. And look at that. We will then just, again, just create a bit of color and contrast, a wedge of plum tomato, okay, just like this. Back to the stove, and folks, I can tell you that this sauce is to die for. As I say, it's a fresh herb tomato sauce. Definitely nice, definitely. And not to overdo it, just a small amount of tomato sauce. And here we are. Sweet potato and callaloo galette with a fresh herb tomato sauce, and I will tell you, yes, it is to die for.